Hey everybody, it's Laura A. Grace, and I am super excited. As you guys can see, I have a super awesome special guest, and just please let me just go ahead and introduce her now. It is Margaret from MargReadsManga. Welcome!
Hi, thank you for having me. I'm so excited.
I am too. Thank you so much for doing this with me. So guys, today, pretty excited. We're going to see how well do we know our manga. How confident do you feel, Margaret? Because I do not feel confident at all.
Me neither. I'm terrible explaining things too, so I mean.
Yeah, I'm hoping. I was looking at the cover, the spines this morning, and I was like, okay, it's what is that character's name? I was like, I don't know.
Oh yeah. No, character's name or out the window. I can't remember any of them.
Well, that's not just me yet, because I definitely was I don't know. It's we're just gonna hope for the best today and see how we know them. Well, do you want to, I guess, kick us off? I know you have a lot more manga than I do, so do you want to do a random number, and then I'll do a random number, and then we just choose them?
Okay, sure.
All right.
72.
All right, so for number 72, what did you get?
I have volume 21 of Arata, The Legend. Ooh. And I have not read this one yet.
Really?
Yeah, I haven't read any of this yet, but it's by Iwatase, and she does Fushigi Yugi. And this is actually a shonen title, and I don't have much shonen. I think this is probably the only shonen title that I know of. I might be wrong. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the only one I've got. I don't read a lot of shonen, but all I know is she did it. I love Fushigi Yugi, and it's an isekai, so it's about a guy, I believe, that switches places with another guy that has the same name, and they swap places, and the modern day guy gets swapped with this fantasy person, and they're trying to kill him right off the bat. So that's about all I know about it, but the art in this is super cool. I don't think this is spoilery or anything, but I love her art style so much. I don't know what's going on, but yeah.
That was really good.
Yeah.
Wow.
And her stories are her fantasy stories are amazing. So this is one where I'm hurried up and collected it because I know it's been out for a while. Okay. I'm not sure if this is out of print or not, but I had to just grab them all up because it's Iwatase. I had to get it.
Yeah, I have not actually read that manga. Did they do a reprint of that recently? Or am I thinking of something else? Of the Fushigi Yugi. Did I say that right?
Oh, yeah. Fushigi Yugi. They have 4 storylines because was it priestesses of Suzaku. So there's one priestess, and the main priestess is Miyaka. And that was the main storyline. And then the mangaka went back and did the other one. So now she's on the last priestess. Oh. So I heard it went on hiatus though. So we're hoping, I think her health isn't that great. So I'm hoping she gets better so she can at least finish the story, the whole Fushigi Yugi story out. So it's really cool. I love her stuff.
Yeah, and that that shonen title sounds really, really good. I'll have to check that out and see. I know my library sometimes has the older series, so I'm come through for me, library.
Right, yeah. I don't know when this was printed. Let me see if I can find that out. 2015 was the first printing.
Oh, well, that's not too long ago.
Yeah. Oh, in 2009, I guess she started writing it. So it's kind of an older series, not too bad.
Yeah. I think mine is sort of newish, I think. I think the final one just released. And that's Hatsuharu!
Oh, yay!
So I cannot remember the guy's name, but I remember I love this, and he is totally funny. It was, as I was reading, he reminded me of the Great King from Haiku, and I don't know, it just stole my heart after that. I was anything that reminds me of Haiku is such a much must read. Yeah. So I think Kai, actually might be his name. I'm not going to look at the back so that I can see if I can remember. But let's see, if I remember right, he's a playboy, and he starts having feelings for a childhood friend, but he's shocked that he had any kind of feelings for her, when the beginning, which is why I got it, is that she, let me see, I don't think it would be a spoiler, but that she punches him in the face, or him in the face. So
Right. She's like a kind of a tomboy girl,
yeah.
right? Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
That's the reason I bought that. I only have 1 through 6.
Oh, I just finally got volume 2. So, but I
Okay.
really, really love this. I laughed so much a lot more than I expected. And his friends seemed pretty interesting. But I was pretty impressed with him because he was, besides being a this playboy, he was quite gentlemanlike to her. Let's say spoilers, but spoiler stuff happens. And so, but yeah, I love this. This was really, really good.
Cool.
All right, so for number 2, for the random number is 5. All the way back.
5.
All right, for mine, it was Cutie and the Beast, but it was the second volume. And I think you talked about that you got this one. You like this one too?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know how much I can say, but I was really impressed with how just the growth of their relationship and everything in this one, and the father was hilarious.
Yeah.
I feel like he stole the show.
I think so too. That was a hilarious scene between those two.
Yeah, I'm really excited for number 3. I saw it's coming out next year.
Oh yeah.
I don't know, but I've seen the cover, but I know it's up for pre-order, but I don't remember when it comes out.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Don't remember their names, but for those who don't know, Cutie and the Beast, let's see, he's a professional wrestler.
Yeah.
And she's one of his biggest fans, and they meet up, I think after chatting Twitter or some social media, so their romance unblooms, and a lot of funny things happen in this volume, a whole bunch.
Yes. And I don't think I would be into that one because it's professional wrestling. I'm not really into that whole scene the WWE or whatever, but you don't really need to know any of that stuff. Get into it. So I'm I like that, but it introduces bits and pieces, so it's not overbearing.
Yeah.
So that's nice.
Yeah, I totally agree. And I liked the action scenes. I felt like the action scenes weren't overwhelming. There was a good balance there.
Yeah. Yeah. Totally. Yep. Well, let's see. My number 5 was A Bride's Story.
Oh.
Volume 5. I have read volume 1 and 2, so I have not gotten to 5 yet, but the art in this is just beyond beautiful. I think the art in this is just the best that I have in my collection right now. Let me see if I can find a cool. Oh yeah, here's some intricate stuff right here. I mean,
wow.
So detailed. I mean, these girls' dresses is just wow. And that's the main reason I picked up the series is the art. It's basically about here's another.
Oh my goodness. Look at that.
But it's just so detailed and I love it. It's set in I think an Arabic, I probably totally wrong, but some kind of Arabic nation, I believe. And this, I believe she's in her, I want to say early 20s, and she's married to a boy that's 14 years old, which is customary for their, what am I trying to say? What's the word? Their culture, I guess.
Okay.
And so it's a huge age gap kind of romance, and it's supposedly showing how these two come together and be a couple. And the first one, I was kind of I keep saying in my videos, I don't like age gap romances.
Same here.
But yeah, but I find myself reading more and more of them, and they don't bother me if they're done in the right way. Yes. And this one does it in the right way. There's nothing forced. They're kind of friends in the beginning at first, and I don't know characters' names either, but they just kind of form this friendship, and they're kind of growing and communicating, and it's really good. Even though I haven't read so much into it, but the girl is a strong, independent lady, and she hunts for food and things like that. So she's really cool. The first 2 volumes were really good, and the art is just stunning.
Yeah.
So, but that's about all I know of it so far. So.
Well, you were the second person that has recommended it because it they said the storyline's really good, but the art is just absolutely gorgeous. And is that a hardback manga?
Yes, it is. It's it's very nice, and on the inside it's just a plain, I believe this is brown or green. Like I said, I'm colorblind.
Yeah.
They're very nicely done, and these covers are like gorgeous. Let's see, what was the list price? I think it said 17. Yeah, $17.
That's not too
So,
bad.
yeah, I think I got most of it on Right Stuff, so they have a pretty good discount. But yeah, these are very nice volumes.
I'm going to have to look into that because that has been one of my goals is to get a hardback manga, and I have not found one that has like really grabbed my attention. I think it's Aria, the Masterpiece. I thought that was hardback, and I was so disappointed to find out it was paperback. I was like, that I was the one I wanted. So I'm going to have to look into that because it looks amazing, and you totally had a great sales pitch to me.
Yeah, that's pretty much the only manga that I have hardback except for like Junji Ito's like hardback editions. But other than that, everything's all paperback. So I don't know. I think it's pretty nice when they put things in hardback. Feels like I'm reading an actual book. Yeah. And I can tell my husband, look, it's an actual book. Like, no, it's not.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Well, you want to do our next random one?
Yeah, it's my turn, isn't it? 134.
So what did you get?
I finally got one that I actually read.
Oh, yay!
This one's actually a new release. It's called Days on Fez.
Oh, I have been so curious about this one. Isn't this like a music concert kind of thing?
Yes, it's about two friends. I don't remember their names. Two girls, and Kanade and Otuha. And Otuha is like very much into like music, and her friend here, she likes one band. So she finds out that her brother can't go with her to the concert, so she asks her friend that doesn't know anything about music, and she says okay because her favorite band is playing at this festival. So they end up going. They have a blast. The art in this is so pretty. They have a blast, and she is like totally on board with music festivals now. And it's just about them going to festivals and having a great time. It kind of reminded me of like my youth days when I went to like, what was it called? Warped Tour, where they had like all the bands playing at once and stuff like that. But here's like, I love these because they're showing like all the stuff that they're going to take with them to like the festival. And I love that. So it was just so cute to kind of like live life through these girls experiencing these like bands, and they're like discovering new bands that they like, and things like that. And it's just a really good time. I had fun reading it. There was like one really pretty spread in here I was trying to find, but yeah. And then there's a separate story about, what's her name, Odoha, her brother that was supposed to go with her, and he owns this cafe, and there's this other guy that works there who's like kind of down on life, and he's very cynical and stuff like that. But he ends up joining this group, and they decide to go to a summer festival, and I think that's where we leave off, of them preparing to go to this summer festival, all four of them together. So it was a really fun time. I really recommend it. I haven't seen too many people talk about this one. But it's such a fun time, and there's funny parts in it too. I laughed out loud at some parts. It was just a good time. I highly recommend it.
That is awesome. I remember, I don't know what happened. I had that on my wish list, though, or like my TBR thing to pick up because, I hadn't seen anybody mention that it was coming out or anything. Yeah. And then I'm really glad that you shared about it because, I'll have to go back and look into that because, that just sounds like so much fun. You don't usually hear like music-oriented stories like that, I guess.
Yeah. Nothing that's like not idol culture. This isn't like, it's not really idol culture. It's like they're going to like rock band like concerts and stuff. And I think as Westerners, I think we kind of relate to that a little bit more than like the idol culture and stuff like that. So, of course, I'm not really familiar with the whole idol culture thing. So, my opinion, I guess. But yeah.
I have a few friends that are really into K-pop, but I have not. I mean, unless it's like, I'll listen to like J-pop and J-rock, but usually if it's like the anime opening or the anime closing. So it's usually really rare if I go like branch out outside of those songs and listen to other things. So cool. Well, man, I'm glad that was chosen. That was really exciting. I'm pretty excited about this one. This is probably my most recent pickup. and that is Serenity, Bad Girl in Town, and it's sort of like a Christian manga. It's more of a graphic novel, but it does have a little bit of a manga touch to it, and I had gotten it because it was like the first manga graphic novel that like I had read that was labeled Christian, and so I was looking for like comparison titles for my manga, and I was like, I don't really know if this would count because they seem pretty different, but I was like, I'm going to pick it up again just to sort of like revisit my teenage days kind of thing. And it was fun. I wouldn't say it wasn't as deep as I remember it being back then, but it's still like fun to have on my shelf. I got it used, so it has the $4.97 sticker still on the back, and it's a little dented. But if I'm remembering right, is our main girl, her Serena, she moves into a town, and she's got like this bad reputation that follows her kind of thing. And so these group of Christians sort of like take her in, but she has like beef with them, so to speak, and except for like the one dude who she thinks is really attractive, and then she causes drama because she likes him but he's dating. So yeah, so it's
cool.
it's funny because I forgot that the girl that she's dating, she's a Christian. She's like, look, I may be Christian, but you're not getting my man kind of thing. And I was like, I forgot that was in there. So it was fun, and the art's, like I said, the art's really good. Let me see if I can find like a non-spoiler page. Oh, I was like, this is read the wrong way. Just kidding, no, it's not. Just like here's sort of like one. I like how they do the color.
Oh yeah.
So sorry, I was like, I don't even realize it was like at the camera, but it was good. It was nice getting in. I don't know if I'd collect the rest of them. I got this one on sale, so it's cool to have on my shelf though.
Yeah, sounds like an interesting story.
Oh man, our next one. Is it my turn to do it?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh man, so I have not read this, and it's Honey So Sweet. So I know we talked about doing a buddy read. I know nothing about this. I think the only thing I remember is he is like a bad boy, or has the reputation, I think, and she's like super sweet. Yeah. And he was like, I think he wants to date her. He's like, I'm going to marry you or something. And I guess that's like the kickoff of their whole relationship. But like, that's all I know. I know the covers are pretty. The back's really pretty too.
Yeah. So, I love the spines on this one too.
Yes. Yeah.
I think they're all different colors, right? Yeah.
They are. But yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
So I don't know what to say about mine. That's all I know.
Yeah. I think I read volume 1 of that like a long, long time ago from the library. That was like one of, I don't know, like 15 that they had at our library. Wow. Our library doesn't have a big manga section whatsoever, but that was one of them, and it was pretty cute. I don't remember a whole bunch, but yeah, you pretty much nailed it with like the synopsis. He's like seen as like a delinquent by everyone in the school.
That's
and
right.
Then yeah. So that's about That's
like,
about all I remember.
Yeah, now that you mentioned that, I wish I could flip through it, but I'm like, if I flip through, I'm like, there's gonna be spoilers. This is the last volume.
Yeah, that's the last one.
Man, that makes me excited too. Like, I keep looking at it. I'm like, I need to read it because I remember, I think I first saw it on Shay Geeks Out, and then there was like a series, or it was on sale sometime during, like on Right Stuff, sometime during the summer. And I was like, oh, I'm going to get the whole series. And it's just sat very lonely on my shelf ever since.
Yeah, I think I got mine in a Right Stuff bundle sale or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Same.
What about you?
I have Blood on the Tracks, Volume 4. This one, these are so hard to explain because of Shuzo Oshimi is like notorious for like psychological horror. He has a way of writing like a horrific psychological like story that makes you just want to like devour the whole series at once because it's just so like out there and crazy. And you're just like, what in the world is going on? Like for me, I read his other one called Flowers of Evil, which I talked about on my last video.
Yeah, I remember that.
So hard to put into words what in the world happened, but it's just so good. He writes like suspense so well, and his art is really pretty.
Wow.
Like there's our two like main characters from this story. But like this one is so good. It's about a boy that lives with his mom and dad, and there's I don't really know much to say because I don't want to spoil it. I went into this one reading it completely blind, not knowing what it was about or anything. But basically, the mom is not right in some way. And it's about the boy trying to live in his life with his mom the way that she is. And it's just very unsettling when you read it. It's not gory or gross or anything like that. It's just very like psychologically like I don't know, like crazy. But so good, and they're such a quick read that I read these in like maybe 30 minutes when I get it, and I read them as soon as I get them because they're just so like I don't know if this man's a genius or a psychopath. It's just it's so good. And I started like collecting his other series as well, just to like I don't know, it's like a train wreck and you can't like look away. No pun intended, blood on the tracks. But yeah, I'm really enjoying this one. It's kind of like a psychological thriller, I would say.
I think it's really cool that you read a lot of those because I feel like I haven't even really read like a lot of sad manga. Like that's how limited I've read. I mean, I don't mean that like in a bad way against myself or anything, but just like I feel like you read a lot of diverse manga and it's really exciting to see like when you like share about these titles. Even though I would have never guessed like that it'd be like a thriller based off of the covers because I'm like, it looks so happy. Besides the title.
Like, all the covers of this one look like like a sweet mom and her boy, and it's like when you read it, I'm like, oh, that is so not what's going on. So I like going in as like some of them completely blind because sometimes when I read things, it's like, I don't know about that. But when I start reading it, it's like, oh, this is really good. I don't think I'd pick this out. Yeah, probably the only thing I don't read a ton of is shonen. So I just don't have a bunch of shonen on my shelf. Yeah. But other than that, I read whatever.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome, though. Okay. All right, our last one. Oh, man. This has been so much fun. I've really enjoyed our choices. They're completely random, but it's still fun to see what we've chose.
Yeah. Let's see. I got 55.
55.
Okay, this one's going to be interesting because I read this one a long time.
Really? What did you get?
I have Become You, Volume 1.
I have that. I haven't read it. Sorry.
Oh, you haven't read it?
Yeah, I haven't read it yet. I've been really curious about it, though, so I'm curious to see what you say.
It's really good. I really like this one. It's by the same mangaka that does Dream and Sun, I believe.
What? Yeah. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, and like I love her art style so much. But yeah, it's about two boys. And if I remember right, one of them is a musician and one of them used to be a musician. And then something happened and one of them stopped playing. And I forget what it is. I'm not even sure if we find that out in this volume. But it's very... Oh, is this... No, hold on. I think I give you wrong information. I don't think this is by Dream and Sun. Hold on. Let me go check real quick. Okay, yeah. It is by the mangaka that does Dream and Sun. And Orange, by the way.
What? She does all of those?
Yeah, she does all of those. And that's why I had to pick this up. Because one, the art style, and two, the stories she writes are so good. But I don't really remember a whole bunch of this. And it went on hiatus. So I think we might be getting volume 2. I think the last time I checked, it said August of this year. So I'm hoping that's true because it was so good and it left me wanting more. Like I needed to know more about like this guy's past and why he is the way he is. It was just so good. And I love her art. I mean, and this book is just so pretty. It's got like these like matte with like the gloss pieces in it. I don't know if you can see that, but yeah. Love it.
That is awesome. Yeah, I got it because I remember thinking it looked cool, and then like I got it for my birthday, and Barnes & Noble's coupon was like, if you spend $30, you get $5 off.
Yeah.
So it was like the last one I got, so I could get the $5 off. So I haven't read it yet. So that's what, man, I'll have to definitely pick that up sooner because the cover looks cool and it sounds really, really good. And another music one. So that's cool.
Hey, that's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah. I got Spy X Family.
Yay!
I definitely have not read this one yet, but I definitely love the first one, and I'm like so curious of who this is. I'm wondering if this is the brother. I don't know. I don't know if it pops up there. But yeah, Twilight and wait, it's Yoh. I think it's her name. But I've been really curious about her because I feel like she's like not your typical assassin personality kind of thing.
Right.
And when I skimmed over like the beginning of book 2, it's like she just seems like just such a fun character. Like very sweet, but just has assassin tendencies basically. Whatever that is, I don't know, but really excited to read this one because Twilight is just amazing. I feel like he's such an interesting dad, but also like a great dad, and then just the whole dynamics.
Yeah. I love the family dynamic with everybody and their off the beat like personalities and stuff.
Yeah, because it like somehow works, and then you just have Anya, and you have her thoughts and her being a telepath, and it just makes it so funny, and it's just such a good series, such a good series. Well, I mean, I've only read volume 1, but still, it's still such a good series.
Yes, volume 1 was totally action-packed.
Definitely, yeah. I'm glad we were able to spotlight Spy X Family too. Like, man, there were so many good titles we spotlighted today.
Yeah, they were. Yeah, a lot of them don't really get that much like chatter about them or anything. So
yeah, I feel like now I want to like go buy the manga that you shared, except for Puzzle on the Track. I don't know if I can handle a psychological thriller, but the other ones.
Oh man, at the end of this one too, my heart was racing so fast at the end because we get like a big old bomb dropped on us like at the end. So I think the next one comes out. Oh yeah, the next one comes out next Tuesday. So I'm like, I gotta get that one so I can read it real fast.
Yeah. Did you pre-order? Or are you gonna go pick it up at the store?
I pre-ordered. Yes.
Yeah.
I have it.
Yeah. Well, thanks for doing this with me. And guys, definitely check out Margaret's channel. I will leave a link in the cards and down below. She has such great videos, guys. They're always so fun, and she's just so sweet. So please go like her videos, comment, subscribe, do all that fun stuff because she's super duper cool. So thank you.
You're cool. Well, thank you for having me.
Yeah, Lisa, thank you so much. It was like so fun, and I love seeing stuff on your shelf, and I'm sure my husband will thank me later for getting more manga because of this. Well, if you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and comment if you guys have read any of the manga that we featured today, and totally subscribe, and we'll both see you guys next time, and have a great day. Bye guys!